Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Yassine, and before we get into this video, I just want to apologize if I sound weird or if you'll hear a lot of sniffling. My allergies have just been really bad the last couple of days, but I just wanted to tell you guys about my initial impressions on the Galaxy S8 Plus after using it for 48 hours, what I like and what I don't like. So after we get past the display and how beautiful this phone looks and you start using it, you notice how hard it is to pull down the notification display. And I wish there was something in the software like Nova Launcher has where you can just pull down anywhere on the home screen and your notification tray gets pulled down. They don't have that. But after digging around, I noticed that you can use the fingerprint scanner as gestures like they have on the Google Pixel. If you go into the settings and on the search bar on the top right, you type in finger sensor gestures, then you get to this option where you can turn it on and off. And when that comes on, you can basically use the fingerprint scanner in the back as gesture to pull down your notification and also to pull it back up. And this is really handy, and that really helps using this phone with one hand. Another thing that I liked is the fact that you can rearrange the navigation bar at the bottom, because I am used to using stock Android, and that's what I really like, other than my last phone, which was a Galaxy Note 5. With the fact that these buttons are on-screen buttons rather than physical buttons, there's an option in the settings where you can go ahead and flip those around, and I really like that. So in order to do that, you just go into settings and you just type in navigation bar and it pops up, and you can go ahead and flip the layout. And also one other thing that I noticed while I was in there is the fact that you can change the color of the navigation bar. So I'm not used to edge screen, but with this phone I sort of have to almost use it, because when you put icons all over the place, then it's really hard to get to some of them. But with the edge screen and the fact the edge panel and the fact that it can be customizable, you can go ahead and put apps in there and people shortcuts, and that way you can get to certain apps even if they are in different areas of your home screen. And I really like that. One other thing that I really liked also is the fact that you can go ahead and customize this in terms of moving it from the left to the right, and also moving it up higher or lower so that your finger can reach it or your thumb can reach it, and also the transparency and how wide it is or how narrow it is. Basically, you just go into the settings and you just search edge panel, and the edge screen settings pop up, and this lets me put it on, put it off, and go ahead and customize it. And with that, you can basically, like I said, customize it to having it on the left, on the right, a little bit higher, a little bit lower. And that's really handy because I utilize this all the time to activate and to use some of the apps that my finger can't reach when I'm trying to use this with one hand. And the last thing that I noticed real quick within the first 48 hours is the fact that you can zoom in on the camera in a very clever way by basically just moving the little shutter button up or down. And it's very smooth, and the faster you move it up, the faster it zooms in, and the slower you go, the slower increments it goes in. So that's really great, because I've been testing this camera, and there's a couple of pictures I actually posted that I took with this phone on my Instagram. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out. It's at TechPlugHD. And I really like the camera so far, but I haven't made my final decision on it because I've just been using it for 48 hours. So right after that, I noticed that when I pull down the notification bar, that my slider for the brightness is all the way at the bottom, essentially causing me to pull it down twice. I really didn't like that, but there is the option right next to the slider that you can press, and it will give you an option where you can push it to the top. So if you guys don't like that and you want to do that and you've been trying to figure out how to do that, then there's that little drop down arrow next to the slider bar you can hit, and you can press that button that says show control on top. Basically means it's going to move the slider to the top of the notification bar, so that as soon as you pull it down, then you can get access to it rather than having to pull it twice to get access to it. Now, the last thing I didn't like about this Galaxy S8 is their folder system, and I guess this is something that's on all Galaxy phones. On normal phones, and I mean by that stock Android or close to stock Android, even Nova Launcher, when you click on a folder, the little folder pops up and you can go ahead and click the applications that you want. But this phone does this thing where it's animation, and it takes up the whole full screen, moving all the icons basically to the middle of the screen, and it actually makes it harder to press it because now they are far away from my finger, and essentially making the folder system a two-handed use phone. I really don't like that. I don't know if there's a way around it or a fix, but if I can't get past that, then I'm definitely gonna have to go to Nova Launcher, because with this system I can't use the phone in one hand, and a lot of times I have something in my hand, and this is just like a deal breaker to me. I will eventually, after I do my full review of the phone, put Nova Launcher on it and probably use that as my daily driver. If you guys want to see a video on my setup of Nova Launcher on the Galaxy S8 Plus, let me know in the comment section right below that like button. I didn't have enough time to fully test the battery life, but in the first couple of days it actually been really good, and that's compared to my Galaxy Note 5. Granted, that phone is from 2 years ago, so it's not going to be as good as this one, but that one needed to get recharged around 1 or 2 p.m. every day just so that it would make it to 9 p.m. And this thing was able to actually last all the way to 11 at night, and I still had about 15 to 14% left of battery life. I did take some screenshots of it and post it on social media if you guys want to check it out. So that was my thoughts on the phone after the first 48 hours, what I liked and what I didn't like. I'll be doing a full review of this phone coming out in the next couple of weeks, so if there's something specific that you guys want me to test, make sure you leave that in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and until then, stay plugged.